I think it's weird how we judge things before we've ever seen them. Maybe most people don't do this, but I obviously do. For instance, The Voice. Completely made a judgment on that show before I had ever seen an episode. But I also find it important to come back afterwards and kind of readjust that a little bit if what I've seen makes it a little bit different. And so I wanted to give kind of an actual review of the show, The Voice, now that I've seen a few episodes. And very much simply, it's not as good as most people think it is. I really think, I could be wrong on this, but I really think a lot of the positive feedback and the ratings numbers I'm seeing from The Voice have much more to do with people being done with American Idol than they really have to do with The Voice being a great show. Is it a good show? Well, maybe. There are a couple good things about it. Number one, the coaches. Great casting on the coaches. They did a great job on that. The only weak spot is possibly Christina Aguilera, but the other three guys have great personalities. They're very distinct. They know music very well. They did a good job with that. But other than that, there's really not much to crow about with this show. The talent level, has nobody else noticed that most of these people can't really sing that well? There were 1, 2, maybe 3 standout performances in the entire tryout rounds that I really thought, oh, that person's a good singer. Not even necessarily an amazing or great singer, but that person can sing. The others were, they were like the American Idol first stages where they're telling people you're just not quite good enough. That's what I half expected them to say. It was hard for me to understand why they kept turning their chair around for these performances that were so full of intonation problems and performance problems. Now, maybe part of this is the do-or-die moment, the do-or-die nature of that moment, where these people have to impress these judges, and so there's the nerves and all that stuff. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe as they continue on, they actually will be amazing singers. But from what I heard in these first few episodes, they're not really that great. And the other thing that I don't like about the show is the vaulted concept of the show that you could pick somebody based on their voice alone. It's a charade. It's not even really part of the show. It's a way to get you in the door, and then it's just like any other talent show. So I love that concept, but that concept does not play a role in the rest of the show. In fact, I think the next concept is something about 2 people singing at the same time and battling to see who stays. Does that work? I mean, is it possible that that's going to be a good thing, a fun thing to watch? 2 people battling with their voices at the same time on the same song? I don't, there I go judging things before I've seen them again, but I think The Voice has a couple things going for it, aside from the coaches. The fact that people are done with American Idol, they're ready for a new talent show, and it's pretty. It's produced fairly well, and because of that, people will tune in and people will watch it. But I have this distinct feeling that it's not going to be around that long unless they find a way to really draw the talent in that American Idol has, that some of those shows has. And I will say one more thing. There is an unknown card here coming very soon, which is Simon Cowell's new show, X Factor, who he just announced Paula Abdul is going to be one of his judges. Paula and Simon together again on the X Factor. It'll be really interesting to see where all of this lands down the road. My guess is we're going to be pretty sick of singing talent shows pretty soon.